Hello friends. We are back again here. I am Neena-2023, talking on numerology on the subject of what we were trying to see in the numbers for this year 2023. I'm talking here from the channel of Vigyavastu and Astrology Studio. The founder of this is Shikha Makhija, who is a great astrologer as well as a Vastu person who does consulting and teaching. So I do numerology, so I am back on my subject on this channel. And today we are going to talk about 2023 in depth, which we really brushed on it in the last video. Hi, Shikha.
Hi, welcome, Neena. Thank you. How are you?
Good.
So people were asking me to let her do personal numbers like 1 to 9. So let's start the series.
But today I thought we were doing continuation of 2023 with the personal year and this year, how it would be for each number.
Correct. We had done a small video on 2023, na?
Correct.
So we are continuing that series. Today we'll do.
But I will talk on people who are born on the 1st, on the 2nd, on the 3rd.
Correct.
That way. Also on their personal year, what is the difference between the date of birth and the personal year? How it will work for them in this year of 2023.
23. Yes.
So there is a little connection where they can understand about themselves, about how this year is going to be for them. I know this video has been very late. We are very delayed on it. But that is something I think we both did not have a hand in.
Correct.
We had to just leave it to the circumstances. Right. So we will do a quick review on this. 2023 last video I had spoken on it. I will just brush it up a little. This year comes to a 7. 2 plus 2 plus 3 comes to a 7. This is ruled by Ketu. It is also ruled by Neptune. Now both these planets coincidentally are very spiritual planets. They're highly spiritual in their being. They're very interfaced in the sense that they're very internalized, both Neptune as well as Ketu. Now Neptune is a higher octave of the moon. So your deep consciousness is going to be more proactive this year than it would have been in all these years. Neptune also is a very cold planet. It is also a planet that is very far away from the Earth. So we generally look at Neptune for world matters and not for individual beings. But here I am speaking about Neptune because it is a spiritual planet. Ketu also is a spiritual planet. So people wanting to be spiritual could be anything. It could be devotional, it could be meditative, it could be any form of where you start looking at yourself, at your internal self, more than the material world or the material existence. So the world events in this year are going to be in such a way that you will be forced to understand what is happening and what you should do about yourself to keep yourself in rhythm with the universe. That is what the whole thing is going to be. So it is going to be very volatile. 2023, as I can see, it is going to be very volatile. The only good lining that I see here in 23 is the 2-3 of the 2023, which comes to a 5, which helps us to balance that thought, the actions or the reactions that we give to every event. So this I feel is a little, this is going to be a little helpful in this year. So now let's take the numbers and the personal year. Personal year, you look at it with your day of birth plus the month plus the current year, that is 2023. Okay. So when you plus all that and you bring it down to a single digit, that will be your personal year. Now, we have a birth date, the day we were born. Like if you are born on the 1st, on the 10th, on the 19th, then, or the 28th, all these will come to a 1. Okay. So some people may have their personal year also as 1. So we will look at the birth date 1, the personal year 1, and the current year 2023, which is a 7. How does this all work for the person who is born on the 1st of the year, 1st of the month, which could be 1, 10, 19, or 28. Now, we are not going into the details of what 19 means or what the other numbers mean. That we could do in the later video. Here, I'm just briefing up on how your year, how you should maneuver your year this year.
Okay.
Now, what does the 1 stand for? 1 stands for...
One question, Neena. Here, the month you have taken January 2023 or the month we are born in?
The month that you are born in.
Okay.
The personal year is always calculated with your birth date, your month, plus the current year.
Thank you.
So you will, I am talking about 1 plus 1 plus 7. So you, if you have a, if you are born in January, then you know what it is going to be. If you are born in Feb, then you will know what it is going to be. So I cannot go on every note like that. So it will become too lengthy.
Yeah, so we have cleared it. You have to take your own birth date and own month that you
were born in,
and
plus
the current
year. Yeah,
Correct.
that will be your personal year.
Correct.
This I had spoken in the last video, so I was going a little fast.
Yeah, I just wondered, maybe some people have not seen the previous video. They might just jump.
Yeah, that could be the case. That definitely will be a case. So here what happens is when you take your birth date 1, 10, 1928, when you take that date, you are a very individualistic person who likes to do his way or her way. They have their own thoughts, they have their own way of doing things, and they like to stick by it. They also are very good initiators. They have very good leadership qualities. They are able to think of doing things in a very innovative way. But with these people, they get bored easily. They're not able to complete the project or the task they take. They get bored very easily with things because in their mind, they've already completed whatever. Once they have thought about a project, they've completed it. So when they have to physically do it, they're not able to complete it. This is the problem with the ones. They are a little fast. But ones are also very good at whatever they want to do. Whatever they like, they're very good at it. They will be able to go ahead and do it. So how do they take personal year 1? You can start new projects in the personal year. You are good entrepreneurs. So you can go ahead and start something new if you would like to. You can probably do all the spade work that you want to, of wanting to do any business or wanting to start anything new. This will be a good time for you to do all the spade work that you would like to do in whatever you want to start anew. You have very good leadership qualities. So if you are planning to do some training or something on those lines, this is a good time to start. Now the year 7, which we had spoken, is very good for spiritual beings, is very good for healing, is very good for writers, good for art, good for many people like that. In those research work, in people who are doing anything behind the scenes. So anybody wanting to start anything new, who have a birth date 1 or a personal year 1, will be able to do this in the year 7. So this is how you take this forward in wanting to do the work that you, if you want to look at your relationships, this relationships, you will have a little problem. you will have a little problem because you could be arrogant, you could be too domineering, because one, if you have a birth date 1 and a personal year 1, you could be very authoritative, you could be very dominating. So
Right.
then there could be clashes. So you need to get back a little and think about the other person, be a little more sensitive to the other person, whoever it could be. It could be your colleague, it could be your sibling, it could be anybody. You need to be a little more sensitive towards others, and then you will be able to maneuver your relationships well, because 7 is a number which takes you inwards. Supposing you have been very arrogant or you've been too authoritative, maybe the other person will not say it. So then there will be a disparity between the two.
Correct.
That is the reason that you need to be sensitive towards the other. So the 1 and 1 formation sometimes can make you a little overbearing. So
Right.
you need to bring that down and try and understand the other and try and take everybody together. That is how you will be able to manage your relationships, whether it is in your work area, whether it is in your home area, whether it is in your friend circle. Relationship in any area, this will be your major problem. So you need to, because 7 is a number that can go really deep in, people could sometimes get very depressed because there are two twos in 23, 2023. So we have two twos. Now
Right.
2 is ruled by the moon,
Oh,
and moon can be very oscillating.
correct.
So 7 will have this volatility of moving up and down very
Correct.
fast. So you need to be a little more careful about these areas for you to understand. Like if you are the boss of a company, you need to understand your subordinates, of how you cannot just boss around and get things done.
Actually.
You need to be a little more pleasant to them to get your work done. That is how you will work this year. Regarding your health, it is going to be a good year because 1 is the sun, so it will always give you good
The health.
results in your health. So I
Correct.
don't think health will be an issue this year for the ones, whether it is your birth date or whether it is your personal year.
Personally.
If it is education, you will be able to complete your whatever project or education you are doing, because you have to work hard to get it, definitely, but you will be able to do it because you have the ability to do it this year, to go there and get it done. So that is not going to be an issue at all for the ones. So the ones are going to have a good year. There is no problem with this year. Now coming to the year 2, whether it is your birth date, which is a 2, 11 or 20, this year is going to be a good year, but also it is going to be a very emotional year. Emotional, I am saying, because you first of all have a number 2 birth date, you have a personal year 2, then you have 2023. So there are 4 twos.
So many tools, yes. Overdose of tools.
Yeah. So what could happen in this case is you could get so overly emotional that you could go into depression. Depression could hit you this year because of that. But if you have accepted it, that saying that this year is going to be like that, you will be on top of your game. You will not let circumstances bog you down. So you will be able to hold on to yourself. And being a moon sign, being a number 2, if you listen to a lot of music that helps you, music which you like, I think it's going to calm you a lot. Music is the best medicine for the number 2s. Whether it is an 11 or a 20 or a 2, it is the best medicine. Even for a 22 born, though it is a 4, but because there are 2 twos, music always helps these people. So whenever you feel your nerves are very taut and you're very disturbed, just listen to good music. That will calm you down. That will bring you back to your balance where you can do things. Now coming to number twos, these people are very, very sensitive people. And that is why, because they're overly sensitive, they take in too much more than they should normally take. They're not able to let go of themselves, because they feel a victim for everything, so these people need to understand this and come about that.
Okay.
But for the two people, 7 is a good number, because they are sensitive and because they're highly intuitive. Number 7, which is ruled by Ketu, gives them immense intuition. So follow your heart. Ketu is all heart. Just follow your heart and you will be on the right place. You don't have to use your mind at all. And it will give you the right kind of guidance to what you should do. Number 2 people are people who can complete any task started by the one. They're
Achha.
very good completion masters. Whatever task they take in their hand, they will complete it, no matter what. They have the tenacity to complete things. They have the tenacity to go ahead with things. They are good listeners. They can listen to people. They can talk to people. They're good. They're people who can talk well. So this year is going to be a good year for them this way, so long as they're able to control their emotions. That is the only hindrance in their numbers. But otherwise, this year is going to be very good for them. Where their health is concerned, their health is going to be good, except for the mind games. Otherwise, they're going to be very good. There is going to be no problems with them. If they have already started some new projects, or if they are looking for new jobs, they should be able to switch jobs or get good promotions or good things, because this is a very good year for the twos too. It is just that emotionally they need to hold themselves.
They need to balance themselves.
Yeah, because that is the only thing. They can get very high strung because of too many twos. So
Correct.
once they have noticed that, or they have accepted that, I think they will be good to go. It is just how you maneuver that little phase that you go through. So once you understand that, you should be good. I don't think there should be any problem in any relationship of yours. You will be good. Your mental health will be good. Your physical health will be good. So I don't see any issue here. Okay. We come to number 3.
What about education for these people? Education wise?
Education wise, it is good, because they have so much intuition of what they are going to do. They get much more what, how do you say it, their intuition tells them what they should do.
Yeah, means they can use their intuition powers to actually help them in their education and studies.
In whatever field of life they are in, it will help them.
Okay.
Because see, Ketu is a very spiritual planet, so it tells you with the heart, no? So that is why I said initially, go what your heart says and you will be good to go. Don't use your mind.
Correct.
Only thing that you need to do is keep your emotionality at a very low level and compartmentalize it. Don't let emotions overrule you.
Okay.
So when you use your mind for logics, because that oversensitivity, when you get into that victim mode, then it kind of disperses everything that you are doing. So you should do well in every sphere of your life if you hold on to your emotional quotient. Be it educate, because they're very good taskmasters, they're very
Completing
good
the
at,
task.
yeah, they're
Completely.
very good taskmasters. So they will be able to do whatever they want to do. There is no problem in that. So whether it is education, whether it is job change, whether it is promotion, whether they're doing a new business, whether it is their health, everything will go well if they are in control of themselves. If they leave that control, then everything will kind of, because these people can get depressed very easily. small things can, trigger that depression. So they need to control that, not let that depression get over them. I've seen many tours who get into this,
Yeah,
especially during
very
new.
depressive. I have a friend now, and she's also my student. So, like any small thing now starts hitting her very fast.
Yeah, that is what
Yeah.
happens to them.
And
They,
then full thinking about that only, and that full time they will talk about that, think about that.
yeah.
That's what
So,
is happening.
so that is what happens to these people. So if they are in control of their emotions, their life this year is going to be very good. They
Yeah.
just need to balance the two that they have.
Right.
So now we go to number 3. Number 3 is ruled by Jupiter, which is supposed to be very good. And this year for number 3 people is also very good,
Okay.
because 3 and 7 get along very well.
Right. Okay. Jupiter and Ketu.
Ketu, because they both are spiritual.
Planets.
Jupiter to is the guru, and
Um,
7 to Ketu to is the height of spirituality. So
correct.
they get along very well with each other. Uh, Now with the number 3 people, what happens is these people, these people are these people can get they are into many things. They like to do many things together. Okay, this is
Counseling. They
the
can teach,
they,
preach,
they
teach.
like to do multiple things at the same time.
Correct.
This has been their number 3 is always like that. So what happens here is they could get very scattered because they do multiple things at the same time, and they cannot do one thing at one time. They lose interest. If they do multiple things at one time is when they hold interest in everything. It is a plus point and as well as a negative. It goes hand in hand. They just need to focus themselves on how they need to divide their time in those multiple things. Now with Ketu being very strategic, very doing one thing at a time, going into the depth of everything, these people can get a little overwhelmed with that energy. Okay, so when they get overwhelmed with that energy, then they don't know what to do. They're not able to do anything. So that is why they need to hold themselves, and the minute they feel they're not able to do something, they should just leave it, move on to the next. So when these people do that, they're more joyous, they're more happy in what they're doing, and they're able to complete all the tasks. Why 3 is very lucky for them is because Jupiter and Ketu get along very well. And because of that, this year is very good for them if they are into any kind of spiritual work, if they are into writing, if they are into art, if they are into um, what do you call it? Performing arts, fine arts, any kind of art. Those people,
Jupiter and Ketu. Performing arts
yeah,
comes under Jupiter.
performing arts is because of number 3.
Acha.
Jupiter and Ketu get along, correct, as planets.
Correct.
Number 3 people are creative people.
Very creative people. Okay.
They are very good at communication too.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. So when we are taking the number 3, we are giving it the properties of Mercury.
Correct.
Communication. But as a planet, Jupiter is the
Jupiter is the planet for number 3.
number 3. Okay.
So 3, why does 3 do multiple things? Because of this.
Yes. Okay.
Because they're very good at skills because of Mercury.
Okay.
Okay. So they're good at skills, they're good at communication, they are very intelligent people with very good grasping power. And because of Jupiter, the wisdom is also there. you will see most number 3 people are very old souls. And when you have Ketu as the universal year, it helps them, because if they're old souls, they know how to deal with it. So it is a little complicated. If I have to explain it, it will be a Pythagorean method of the 3-7 system, you know. And I don't want to discuss that here because it will become too heavy for people who are not knowing about numerology.
Correct.
So basically, as a three personal year for you, it will be a very good, nice year, fun year. Though the year probably for the world is not, by and large, it is good and bad. It is going to be a very volatile year. But within that volatility, number 3 people will have more fun.
Actually.
Because they personally, they always see positive in anything. Even when the negative is going on, they will see positivity in them. Number 3 is always looking at more positive things. They don't carry baggages. So for them, this year is going to be very good. So like supposing your birth date is 1 and your personal year is 3. Okay. Then how would you look at it? We need to see that in the universal year 7. Okay. Now your birth date is 1, so you have those leadership qualities. Correct. You can do many things. You can start many things. You can do many things. You know, you are able to do innovative things. Now, taking the help of 3, which does multiple things, you are able to utilize that one in the 3 personal year. You can have more fun. You can do more travel activities. You can do more, maybe go out, do things that you normally don't do. Meet a lot of friends, because 3 has a lot of friends. So if the number 1 is always feeling very lonely, or this, go out and make friends. This is a good year to make friends. That is how you will look at it. Supposing your birth date is 1 and your personal year is 2. This is the best year for you to complete whatever you've taken in hand. Whatever spade work you had started in the 1, you are able to complete that in the personal year 2. But remember that the personal year starts from your birth date of this year to your birth date next year. So your personal year 2 will start from supposing you're born in March. Okay, that you're a personal year 2 as per the dates that we see. Okay,
it will start in March and end in next March.
Correct. It will
but
be
what
like
about people who are born in December then?
People who are born from October, November, December.
Okay.
For them, you have to go 1 year behind.
Achha. Means the whole of 23. Now say suppose 23. So how
if you're born in October, then you will take your date as 22, not as 23.
Achha.
Because October, in September, the year ends, because 1 to 9.
Okay.
You're starting 1 again. So your next year energies have already started.
Achha.
So when you are born in October, that means you are going 1 year behind. Supposing you get your personal year as 3, you're actually on the personal year of 2. Right. Working. So for October, November, December, it is going to be 1 year behind. Yeah. So that little working needs to be done.
It's quite simple, actually.
Yeah, it is. Numerology is very simple. It is, I think, the easiest tool for you to understand yourself than astrology. Astrology has too many. It has too many streams and too much study to do.
Too much study to do. Too much depth.
Yeah. So for a lay person who really wants to know and understand how he should go, I think numerology is the best tool to work on. Okay. It's very easy to work on it. So that's why I always felt that everybody should know numerology. At least they know how they're doing or what it will be. They don't have too many questions then.
Correct.
Only in depth, when they need to understand, they need to go to an astrologer.
Astrology. Right.
So I
So,
think the video is getting a little long. I think we should do the next numbers in the next video.
yeah, sure. We can stop over here and we'll do the next numbers in the next session. Maybe three in a series of 3 so that we complete 9.
Yeah, otherwise the video gets too long, no? People don't
Correct.
have that kind of
Correct.
time.
Correct. So,
Okay, thank you, Shikha.
guys, I hope you like this session, and she has been very clear how to take out, how to even come to how will your personal year be this year, 2023. This you can work it out for every year and at least get an idea how this year is going to go for you. Thank you,
Correct.
Neena, for such a wonderful session. We'll do the next one soon, not like this. We have been planning this from, I think, December, but
Yeah,
yes, but it's okay. Whenever destiny plans it, I do now have just given it up. Whenever it'll happen, it'll happen. Right?
true. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching us and being there, supporting us. Thank you so much.
That was really beautiful, and I hope people will go and watch it. Thank you once again, Neena. Guys, those who have of you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please do subscribe. The videos on our channel are very, very informative, be it astrology, Vastu. Though they come very few in between, I think in the last month I have hardly added any video. But that is going to change from March, I think. It should, hopefully. And see you guys. See you. Thank you, Neena.
Thank you.